Money shot.
What is up, guys? Punch TCG here. We are so excited because we are going to YCS Philly this weekend. We got Andy, we got the Nickster, and right behind the sticks we got Pat. Go ahead, show them.
Behind the sticks.
That's right there. We were just eating some smoothies before we leave to go to the venue and check in. Figure we get a little bit, you know, at least some sort of vitamins and minerals before we eat bread and cheese all weekend. But we are so excited. We got so much content hopefully coming for you guys. Make you laugh, make you cry, make you poop your pants. I know I will be. But stay tuned, guys, because the trip is going to be glorious.
It's really dark.
It's dark on that.
Yeah, you look cool.
What is up, guys? We just got to the hotel. We are at the, what is it, the Econo Lodge. And it's somewhere, I don't know, somewhere near Philly. Turns out you get what you pay for. But there's a very nice family of geese outside. They were kind enough to let us stay. You guys are mean. But we are on our way to the convention center after this. Make sure you get a close-up of these beautiful, beautiful blankets. They feel like, they feel horrible. But we are on our way to the convention center in just a minute to pick up our coin, our packs, and check in. And then we are probably going to get something to eat, maybe in Chinatown or something. I don't know, maybe the terminal market, something like that. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Andy's trying to move his Starlight Lulu right now. Look at him. But yeah, I mean, this place is this is the definition of luxury. We are living like kings. We are eating eye on the hog tonight. But we will catch you guys at the convention center. All right, guys, we just made it to the convention center. We just checked in. We got our packs here. Andy and Nick are not quite patient. They started cracking already. Andy was shaking and sweating to open up his packs. But we're here with the boys. We got Seth, Cam, Mater, Nelson. We're all set up, but I'm a little miffed at no coins. That apparently they ran out, or apparently I just got hosed because I didn't get it for my first YCS. But that's whatever. We're gonna open these packs and see what we can grab. Which dragon? Wannabe. Oh, 3 supers in a row. Let's go. Hot streak. Oh, Infinitrack. Just what I needed. And oh, we got a Quem. Let's go. That's actually great. That feels good. Nice little sequit whale. And then I think we got what? Andy's literally mid opening.
I already opened this one, so
Just open it. I don't have a mic on.
we're gonna see. We got Dispater.
That's mine. Thank you. I just need more.
The Bastille Liber, and it's like the word. Maddie on Renahart.
I need that actually. You can have this one back.
So you need that one.
Yeah, there's a Starlight in there, Andy.
Yeah. Alright, so Maddie on
I need that too. Thanks. Oh my God! The Starlight Lulu?
Oh my
Holy, dude, that's crazy. I can't believe you pulled that. All right, guys, so we're leaving the convention center right now. We got a little bit of testing in. We got all registered. We all picked up some nice stuff from the vendors. They were so beautiful. Shout out Unmatched Gaming, Reading, Pennsylvania, best locals in the world. We are currently on the hunt for something to eat. We were thinking maybe hot pot, but we're not quite sure now. And so, I don't know. Nick, what do you think? Yeah, Andy, you got any suggestions?
Dude, we should get some ramen.
Some ramen?
Some ramen. If we
Ramen
get-
might be nice. They probably got one in Chinatown.
Yo, probably.
Yeah. So, yeah, ramen can go crazy. But yeah, we're going to get some food. We're just going to walk around Philly. Maybe ride one of these bikes.
Bike action.
Do some testing down at the motel. But I don't know. It's a nice, beautiful day. The weather is gorgeous. Nice and warm, but also slight breeze. I could be a weatherman, dude. All right, guys, so we just got done eating delicious ramen at, what was the place called? Yamitsubi, something like that? It was delicious. Yakabubi, yeah. Yeah, it was delicious. I got some tonkatsu ramen. We got a nice Sapporo beer. It was delicious. We are currently going back to the hotel now to get a bunch of testing in. Trying to just pile as much testing as we can on before the big day starts tomorrow. So you guys might see a little bit of footage of testing, but other than that, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace. All right, guys, good morning. We just got back to the convention center for the Saturday morning of the event. It's about almost 9:20, I think, and we're getting ready for round one. We got to get in, get sleeved up, and get ready to go. We're just so excited. First YCS for pretty much all of us. Andy almost died crossing the street because he saw his friends. He got a little excited. But we're going to get in there. We're going to get square, and we are going to keep you guys updated throughout the day as best as we can. We're not too sure on the rulings of filming. So, yeah, like I said, we're going to keep you guys updated as best as we can. But until then, peace. So, guys, we just got done with round 3. Not looking so good at my last round. I was game 3 against Kashtira. Going second, open double lava golem, engine, disruption. I had it all. And this man goes full combo. I was like, oh, he's walking right into these double lava golems. This game's wraps. And this man normal summons Fog King. Cards cannot be tributed.
You got the spice.
And I said, yeah, man, I guess you just normal summoned Fog King. The card, I mean, I just can't imagine that card pays off at any other moment today. But he was excited about it, so good for him. Did you win your last game?
Yeah, we won. I just kind of styled on a guy. Was playing the Kashmir. Guy summon limited himself. Styled on him. Played around talents. He has 3 talents in hand. I'm like, God, yes. That's what we like to see.
Well, there you have it.
Dude, we're having a great time. Or at least I am.
Yeah, I'm having a great time too.
I did lose my first match, or my very first match at round 3, but nice guy, talked to him. You know how Brandon players are. Mirror match, we just hug and kiss each other. Good time.
Okay, guys, so we just got finished with day 1 of YCS Philadelphia. And unfortunately, there will be no day 2 for any of us. But no, we had a great time. Everyone got some new cards, picked up some new stuff, had some great games.
It's a fake format anyway.
Oh my gosh, yeah, banlist coming out in the middle of the round 2.
Yeah, this one didn't count.
What felt bad was losing to the cards that got banned 30 minutes before they got banned. I was like, yeah, a day late and $1 short, huh, buddy? But no, it was a good day. We're all chilling. A couple guys from our other group possibly in their day 2, so excited for them. We're gonna be grinding side events tomorrow, I think, 3v3, maybe giant cards, stuff like that. But we'll keep you guys updated.
We on a mission.
You on a mission?
Trying to find food.
Good morning, everybody. It is day 3 of the Philadelphia YCS. We woke up pretty late today because we decided we wanted to sleep in, get to the venue a little late. So we're currently in this beautiful, gorgeous parking garage. Absolutely love the sights here. But we're gonna go hang out all day, maybe play some side events, maybe some Winamats, eat some good food, trade some good cards, talk to some good people, have some good laughs. So we'll keep you guys updated throughout the day. Hey guys, we're doing the paperclip challenge with this, starting with this beautiful dual terminal Naturia stink bug, and we found our first wonderful victim. Cam loves dual terminal and Naturia. So I think we're gonna get something nice here. What do you got, Cam?
I think I'm gonna hook you guys up.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna give you the secret rare first edition
Cosmic.
Oh,
That's insane, Cameron. Thank you. Thank you. This is. All right, guys. So we just got Alti,
Patones.
Stellar Knight, and Stellar Diamond. This card's actually gorgeous. We're already winning. This thing's awesome. Shout out to, what was your name?
Jamie.
Jamie. Thank you, Jamie. Appreciate you. This is our boy now. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Okay, so we just got, Nick, let's get an exact price check on this. We just got a Mega Pack Zeus. I'm thinking they're like 30 something, right?
They're a little down because of cashiering, but
Cashier still
Alright,
being
stop
the
right
best
here. We'll take it. It is 26.
26. All right,
Yes, sir.
perfect. Perfect. So a couple dollars up. So
Halfway to Fenrir.
Yeah, halfway to Fenrir. Some guy offered us an ulti Fenrir if we can get to 50 in value. So that's currently our goal. We're almost there, piece by piece, inch by inch. We just managed to move Zeus, which is about 25, 26, for a playset of Magnamuts, which are about 11s, 12s a piece. So big pluses there. Thanks to an unknown, mysterious, unnamed stranger that we do not know, we got these Magnamuts. Yeah, I heard he's a big fan of scooters. So we're gonna keep going, see where we can take these Maggies. Oh, we got 3 people going at it. All right. It's started from a stink bug.
Pizza butt challenge.
The pizza butt challenge.
Yo. Oh, Modern wants it too. Look. He's like, I need these.
I need the 3 pizza butt.
No, some guy offered us an ultimate Fenrir if we can get to 50 in value. All right, boys. So we just traded the Magnamuts into a Fenrir into a Chaos Angel. So we're gonna go see if our boy will hook us up with the ulti Fenrir for this Chaos Angel. Oh my God! Thanks, man, Angel. Thank you so much. We're gonna get some gas out of here. I'm trying to get to like 75. Okay guys, so we just traded the ulti Fenrir for a thrust, and he threw these in just as a bonus, so it's probably what we'll end up doing too. These are about 70s right now, so we're hoping maybe we can move up to like 75, 80 on the next one, which will hopefully get us closer to like $100. But yeah, we're rocking, we're rolling right now. So Harrison just gassed us up with the Baron and Avisus for thrust in these other 2 cards. So we are truly eating high on the hog tonight. We're gonna see what we can get this up to. Hey, so we were blessed by Young. He traded us these 3, which Himmels very dearly wants. These 2 for the Baron and the Visa. So Himmels is getting it all out.
I wish I had all my cards are on the card, man.
Himmels traded in a bunch of goodies, bunch of meta goodies here. IP, OG, Lulu Wallalith, Teardrop Secret, OG Borload, and a Bestial package for the Harpy Queen, the Ballista, and the Apprentice Illusion that we got off of Young. We're gonna go see if Ludwig will take these for the CR pack. So we'll be right back. So we got there. We got to the CR Pankratops. Mint. Oh, I can't say that. It's beautiful. Sam will edit that out. But we got there. We absolutely got to the CR Pank. I don't think we're gonna stop. I think we're gonna keep going. Maybe try to go for a Starlight Rare or something like that. I'm not sure, but we're gonna see what we can get with this. We're kind of getting to the collector's side of things now, so hopefully we can score something juicy.
Ready?
Dude.
See that? That's a bird.
Yo,
that's a bird.
Some homemade stuff right there. We got the Ghost Rare, Blackwing Dragon, and the Draco Berserker. These are some pickups. These are some pickups. We're just gonna keep going. It just keeps coming. All right. So we traded the Ghost Rare and the Berserker for an Ultidrone Lockbird, Spanish, and then we traded that up for a CP02 Pyramid Turtle, English, and an Elemental Hero Storm Neos. So this is about 162 in value. So we're trying to rock it up into one nice, big, awesome card. So we're gonna try and grind that out. So we'll see you guys in a second. Alright guys, so we've been hustling. We're currently at a full, not quite full, Gladiator Beast Core. Mostly OG high rarity. We're trying to get this one last move up.
We're out of here.
Oh, goodbye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks. So we're trying to trade up this one last time. We're gonna see what we can do. Okay guys, so we finished off the trade up challenge, the legendary paperclip challenge that no other YouTube has ever done before. And we ended with a high rarity Gladiator Beast deck. Not too bad, it's worth about 150. We started with a $3 card, got up to about 150, so it's not too bad. I'm sure for the next event that we'll be able to learn from our mistakes and keep going with it. Maybe go a little bit further next time. And yeah, the event was amazing. We got to hang out with a lot of great people, met some new friends, and we just had a great time. Played a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh, had a lot of fun. Not much else to say about it. What do you think, Andy?
Dude, it was a lot of fun. Very first experience, being in the YCS, so.
Almost day two.
Almost. Definitely in the means you just got to keep practicing, get better at the game. Other than that, had fun with the boys.
Good. Yeah. And you're off the wall.
I am off the wall.
Nick, final thoughts.
It was a blast.
Everett,
It was a blast.
great thoughts. Pat?
It was all was good. All was good.
Very nice. Those were my words. Thank you guys so much for watching. We've got a lot of content coming your way. We're going to hop back on the podcast. We're going to be getting some deck profiles out for you guys and hopefully a lot more content. So thanks for watching. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, do all the, YouTube stuff. And we'll see you guys next time. Peace. Okay, guys, welcome back. The long-awaited, by like two people, next episode of the Punch Bowl. I mean, this is just awesome, guys. We just got back from the YCS, Philadelphia, that is, and we're just. I mean, I just had a great time. I had an absolutely great time. What about you guys? Did you guys have fun, or
Well, this was my first ever YCS big event sponsored by Konami, and it was probably one of the top things in my life. Really, really awesome experience and super cool opportunity, and I had a blast.
Yeah.
What about you, Andy? How'd you enjoy it?
I say here that well, Jake said it over there. It was like all the vendors loved me.
Yeah, I bet they did.
Yeah.
It was a really fun time, man. So many cards, so many people, different experiences with the game. A lot of Yugi tubers that I saw in person. Was awesome to see them. And of course, just spending time with friends. It was always good seeing all the guys come together in this really big tournament. 2,500 people. That's a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh!
And there was even more in the room just chilling. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right?
So yeah,
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah. So this was, I think it was all their first YCS. This was my second one. We made the trip up to, me and Austin. Austin couldn't make the podcast tonight, but we made it up to Hartford last year. It's always a great time. Like they said, it's a completely different experience because it's like you enter the room and there's just like 2,000 plus people all there just ready to play Yu-Gi-Oh! It's kind of surreal, honestly, when you think about it. Like all these people are just here to play a card game, and it's really awesome. People from all over the country, and even if you flame out, you don't do too well. There's just so much there's so many fun things to do because it's like you got all the vendors. Yeah, and it's like it's a whole group experience, right? Because you travel with a group, you get to hang out with all your friends, like outside of your usual locals environment. So
yeah,
I think we all had a really good time there.
Yeah, absolutely. And we filmed a fantastic vlog that Pap is throwing together at the moment. Not to spoil too much, but we did we did the little trade up challenge that everybody does. But we did it, and it was a lot of fun. Like Himmels said about flaming out, I was a little upset because I felt like Himmels and I did like some deep testing the week leading up to it with like my labyrinth list, and it was just a little frustrating because like in testing I just felt like I was ready for like at least the first 6 rounds to just kind of be absolutely winnable, and then in practice, I got sacked by what was it? Round 3, I was playing against Cash Tira, and I was X1. I had won my first round, lost my second round, and so I was X1 going to round 3, and I'm playing against Cash Tira. It's game 3, and I'm going second, and I had double Lava Golem in hand, and this man goes full combo. He sets up 4 monsters, Diablosis, Arise Heart, Shangri, Fenrir, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy loses because I have double Lava Golem, I have Strike, I have Big Welcome, and I think it was Ariana or something. I was like, I have Engine, I have Disruption, I have Crackback, and I have, blowing his board out with Lava Golem. 2 of them. And this man at the end of his combo just normal summons Fog King. Which, if you guys don't know what that card does, just says cards cannot be tributed. And I looked at the card and I was like, I drew my card for turn, hoping it was an evenly matched, because I was like, I wish I drew 2 evenly matched in this instance. And I drew my card for turn. I was like, yeah, man, you got it. And I showed him the Lava Golems, and he's like, yes, it worked. And I was like, shout out to you, man, but that's not paying off at all any other time in this tournament. but he was really excited, and that sacked me, and I was just mad for the rest of the day. So
it was funny. I came up after one, I think the round after that, and I ran into Nick and Sam. I was like, oh, where's Jake? I'm like, they're like, oh, he's upset. And I was like, what happened? And they're like, he doesn't want to talk about it.
It was rough, man. I was like, man, this dude really played Fog King.
It was like the beginning of the format all over again with Cashtira.
Oh my gosh, yeah, they played that for a day when Cashtira got announced. Oh, it was so rough. But I mean,
it's really funny though. You have to admit.
Yeah, it's like at the end of the day, you gotta laugh at stuff like that.
At least you have a story with it.
Yeah, 100%. And I had a great time the whole weekend. I mean, just hanging out with my best friends and playing my favorite card game. You know?
We got some good food too. We were right in
downtown
that
ramen
Philly,
shop,
right? A block outside Chinatown. And after the first day, we're just like, let's just walk around and find something to eat.
Caden
we
didn't
just
like
found
that.
a really good ramen place.
Caden
Yeah, oh
didn't.
my gosh, that ramen place was so good. And they've sat us back in this like back room where you're supposed to fit like a party of like 20 people. But they just didn't have room for us out front, so they just shoved us back there, and it was glorious.
It was great. 'Cause
It
it was
was-
just our group of like what? How many people we have? Like
It was like
6,
8
7,
of us.
8
It was 8
people?
of
Was
us.
that it?
Yeah, we had 8 people.
Perfect. Like
It was so good.
It was awesome. Oh my gosh, and that cheesesteak. Oh my
oh,
gosh.
yeah, you guys got that. Oh, and the what was it? The cheesecake brownie or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was-
Yeah, if
that
you
was
guys
pretty
don't
good.
know, I'm a cheesesteak head. Anywhere I go, if they got a cheesesteak, I'm getting it. And I went to school right around Philly, so I was like in Philly getting cheesesteaks pretty frequently in college. And man, we hit the Reading Terminal Market, and this place is called Spatero's. That was the best cheesesteak I've ever had in my entire life.
I hadn't been to the Reading Terminal before, and it was
Wow.
kind of crazy. I walk in there, and it just keeps going.
Mhm.
Huge. It really
It's
does.
so
Like,
nice.
If there's any type of food you want, you can find it in there. like
Mhm.
I just
right-
kept, I was like,
uh,
oh, I really could go for like some falafels and something. I'm like, I'm sure if I keep walking, I'll find it. And
Yeah.
lo and behold, I walk towards the back. Boom, Middle Eastern food with falafels. So it's like, this is
Yes.
crazy.
Yep. Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, I guess kind of going back to the tournament, I think we all had a good time, right? None of us made day 2. Kind of, it happens. I dropped round 8. I think Andy also dropped round 8.
Yeah.
My list I felt okay about. I kind of made some last second changes to it to kind of account for like a heavy hand trap meta. And I didn't go with some of my gut instincts, and I played plants. And then I look at like it's really funny because this always happens, right? I look at the at Jess Robinson's like top 4 list from UK Nats that happened that same weekend, and all the tech choices I thought about but didn't play because like I'd seen no other Rika players playing them. They were in her list. I was like, I should have just gone with my gut.
Yeah, just go with theory, man.
I'm like,
Yeah, it's
man.
rough.
I was like, oh, I bet Book of Moon's crazy. I'm like, oh, but no one else is playing it. So I won't play it. Should have just gone with my gut.
Yeah, yeah. But it's always cool too, though, seeing that and being like, I was right. I was
Yeah, and if
correct.
you remember, the very first time I was playing Rico after picking up again. I cited crossouts, and she was main decking crossouts. I was like, I knew I was onto like something. I knew crossout like had to be like not bad in this deck. So,
Mhm. Yeah.
all right, live and learn. Give me
Yeah.
time
Yep.
for Nats. so.
Absolutely.
You know what was crazy?
What?
When in the middle of round 2, someone was yelling across the venue that the ban list dropped.
Oh my
I
god.
didn't even hear the. I didn't.
So
I just
funny.
heard-
It's-
all I heard was like people yelling at dang long. And I
Yeah.
couldn't put
Yeah.
2 and 2 together. I couldn't figure out that it was the ban list.
Everyone was
until
pulling out their
afterwards.
phones during the middle of the duels, and like all the judges were like, "Hey, you don't want a warning? Just put it away, man. Just look at it afterwards." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't want to know anyways."
So-
Oh my goodness!
And it was so rough because it was like I lost my round 2, and this right when I lost, I pull out my phone and like all the cards that had just beaten me got banned, and I was like, yeah, I really
Say
bet
share,
they
man.
just banned these.
Rub salt into the wound right there.
I really
Yeah,
It's kind of wild that the decks that they hit though, like it's crazy that they kind of give Kashtira a slap on the wrist, but they gave pretty heavy hits to like the newer decks, which was kind of wild.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, they murdered super heavy. I didn't expect them to murder that deck immediately.
Felt so bad for people.
It
that
could have
bought
been worse.
that.
They could have like banned Soul Piercer or whatever. Like that would
Or
have.
the
that Link one cripples
the
like,
guy who bought the CR Gammas off of Unmatched
Yeah.
the day before
Oh.
or like the morning of.
It was the morning.
And then
yeah.
and then they got limited, and the guy took them back, and Unmatched actually like refunded him like $40 for each gamma,
It's nice.
which was really nice.
shout out
But-
to Unmatched.
shout out to Unmatched for
Yeah.
sure. That's because no other vendor's doing that.
But yep, that was crazy. Ban list. I mean, the
Yep.
striker and player and me's happy that Engage is at 2, and
The striker player and everyone now.
Multiple.
Yeah.
well, everyone. I
Everybody's
guess
like,
everyone's
I think
a striker
striker's
player
crazy
It's
now because
crazy,
one
right?
Engage came back.
Engage goes to 2, and everyone says striker's like the best deck now, but it doesn't actually like change that much about the deck.
No, not really.
They're like, oh, you
But-
can blind second with thrust. It's like, well, you could do that with one engage. Like
You
that,
could have always done that.
that doesn't really.
It thrusted.
They're like, yeah, oh, if they negate your first engage, you get thrust into the second one. It's like,
Sure.
okay, I think there
guess.
I actually think there are better cards to thrust into if you're going second. So,
Yep.
Evenly
Yep.
matched.
but I mean, I think the deck's good, but I don't think it like the changes are as drastic as like,
It's not
some
tier
people
1.
make them out to be.
It'll be a hype train for a week or two, and then people will be like, "Wait a
It'll
minute,
be like trap tricks all over again.
people are citing Magic Deflector.
Oh my gosh,
I
yeah.
lose.
What do you do staring down like?
I got
'cause-
Bestial.
What do you do staring down a Nat Beast and Bestials? Like honestly, or like what happens when you get just gimmick puppet locked and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
GG.
Yep.
I'm just,
To be
Yeah.
fair, gimmick puppet against striker is not quite as good because you have like shark cannon and stuff to kind of counteract it. But
I felt so bad for Sam when they limited
Oh,
Sacred
whole day.
Tree.
he just looked at.
I
the
looked at
entire
Sam and I
day,
was
all
like,
Saturday.
yeah.
Sam would just be like, I can't believe they put Tree to 1.
He's like, I can't believe
they
it.
they put Tree to 1, but not
3 to
Shifter.
1. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Gamma's to 1. I'm like, bro, now there's only
We'd
one way to.
We'd like regroup after every round, and Sam would just be like, after every round, man,
I
they
still
really
can't
put Tree to
believe
1. What am I?
And
Oh,
supposed
he
to
was
do
on that for a
now?
minute.
Only semi-limited fountain and tips at
Oh,
3
no,
still.
That's crazy.
It's so
His starter
crazy.
to 2 was kind of wild too. It's like, okay.
Okay, and
But Sacred Tree to
It's
1.
like,
That card's
alright,
that card's too crazy.
sure.
RIP
It was kind of a
circular.
weird list. Like, I think it was fine. I think it was almost really good.
Yeah.
I think parts of it were really good, and
There
then
were-
other parts were kind of just a little strange.
The cards that they did hit, I think, were fine.
Yeah.
But I think they needed to like address some of the other decks a little bit more, which is crazy because it was a really big list. But like, sure, they hit 3 cards for Cash Tira technically, right? Or 2 cards, 3
Mhm.
cards.
Yeah, Rise Heart's at 1.
Oh yeah,
Rise
3
Heart-
cards.
Unicorn's
Yeah,
at
Rise Heart's
2.
1,
Unicorn
Diablosis
and
banned,
Diablosis.
Unicorn to 2.
Unicorn to 2. But it's like
Yeah.
you could keep like a Rise Heart at 3 and just like limit Birth and Unicorn, or limit Unicorn and Fenrir or something. It would have been fine. I think that would have been a lot
Mhm.
better. Or like limiting Starter instead of putting it to 1. Stuff
Yeah.
like that would have been like. And Skill Drain should not be at 3.
No.
Skill Drain's
No.
That
broken.
card should definitely like not be at 3. And Shifter should not be at 3. But other than that, I think the
No.
list was like pretty good. There's like just kind of
Yeah.
a few outliers here and there, which I think will probably get exposed in the next couple months, like during this list. So
I'm expecting. I was talking to Himmels about this earlier today. I'm expecting some sort of crazy synchro pile to come out of this format,
Oh my god.
and for
yeah.
it to just kind of like everyone's like, whoa. Like similar to like when like the Red Rose Rocks Rose
The
stuff
base
was
deck.
like,
Mhm.
yeah, when that stuff was like starting to come up, and
I
people were like,
missed
wait,
Red
this stuff's
Rose,
really
man.
good together.
that was so
And I think
fun.
we're going into a format like that where someone's gonna find some crazy combo with Denglong, Apple Worm,
Yep.
stuff like that, and we're all gonna be like, "This is sweet.
There's a new
this is
Synchron
cool."
coming out too, and I don't think anyone's talking about that.
That Synchron's broken.
Yep.
That,
And then
that
D-Link, I think,
Yeah.
is gonna bubble up again since Cash died a little bit.
I don't know if anyone watched Pack's tier list video today, but like
I will probably.
what I watched it pretty briefly, but something he mentioned was like the thing that makes this upcoming format almost just as bad as the one we were just in. Like it's not as bad because obviously I think the power level of decks went down significantly, so they're a lot more
Mhm.
manageable. But because the power level of the top decks kind of were brought down to the level of other decks, it makes it so there's like 15 decks that are like tier 1, tier 2. So it makes prepping
Yeah.
like just as difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Like Nats is gonna be like a mess.
I have no clue. Like, I don't even know what I'm gonna play for Nats. And here, Pack did make a good point about Sky Striker. Is that Sky Striker doesn't have that many like bad matchups, so it's just a safe deck to play, which is why we might see a lot of people playing it. Just because
Yeah.
of its like, it's a utility deck, right? You could put whatever you want in it and like
Yep.
make it really flexible. So I think we will see a lot of Striker for that reason. I think maybe for that reason it's maybe better this format than in some other formats with higher power levels.
Yeah, that and like a lot of people are just comfortable with it. Like people have been playing the deck since 2019.
Yeah, I think it rewards really good technical play. So like, and again, this is something I brought up too. probably not in the podcast, but like definitely to you guys, is like Pack was like, I think Striker's really good right now, but I think there are a lot of players that make Striker look really bad.
Well,
Yeah.
100%.
So
It's
Yeah.
the
I
same
don't know.
reason like Branded is like considered to be like a really good deck, but there are just bad people who play the deck
Exactly.
and represent it. It's so bad.
Any deck that like requires a decent amount of technical skill, I think it's like that. Like Pearly, I think Pearly's still good, but I think there'll be a lot of players still trying to play it that aren't very mechanically good. That will like make the deck. That will like pick up the deck and like, oh, this deck's not very good. But then you put it in the hands of like a top player, and they're like, no, this deck is still like crazy.
A deck that I'm thinking that is going to be really popular too, that has really good potential, is Tier. I think Tier has like is really really good now. Now that like you don't have to worry as much for a Macrocosmos.
So
the deck is kind of crazy still.
here's like my count. I think that deck is like kind of crazy low key, because like, okay, you only have one of each name, but you could just mill all of them because you milled your entire deck turn one. But that deck, like, I feel can never be the best deck again while every name's not one, because then everyone just plays Bestials and then the game's unplayable for you.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
it's
people are
actually
citing
just-
Bestials already for other matchups, so
Exactly.
it's
Every deck profile I saw that had Bestials on the side, they were basically like, yeah, the Bestials were were like low key the best cards in my side deck. So I'm thinking about. I know I just like, you'll see that I moved my Bestials over the weekend, but I might need to pick up like a small Bestial package again.
I was thinking the
Big
same
deal.
thing.
I've
Bestials are
made
crazy.
mistakes, bro, when selling. I sold my Nadir servants and realized that like Nadir servants kind of crazy now again.
Because, well, I do think we're gonna see Droll in the main. Actually, I was
Yeah.
thinking about it. At first, I was like, oh, all these decks have like gone out in power level. Maybe Droll's not as good.
Yeah.
No, I think you still main deck Droll this format. I think it hits enough of the like the tier 1 and tier 2 decks that you kind of should be main decking it still, or at least dedicate some slots to it in the main.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know. It's a weird format though.
Yeah.
That's for sure. So anyone that's getting ready for Nats, for I guess NA Nats, because I think most of the other major regions they're coming to a close Nats wise. But if you have any idea what to side, please let me know, because I have no idea.
Well, you have the German nest coming up, so that's gonna be exciting to see.
German
If
I
they
think
Yeah.
Magic Deflector is going to be super strong in the side because you got Runic, you've got Pirelli, people are going to be on it, you got Striker,
Which card?
Magic Deflector.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I think it just hits so much right now, truly. And then you can hit both, like with against Castira, you're hitting Birth and you're hitting the Field Spell. I don't know. I think it's just a really solid card. I think I'm gonna try to pick up like a playset of supers because
They're pretty cheap right now. They're only a couple.
they're like
bucks.
$3-4, and I could absolutely see that card like going up once people are like, wait a minute, everyone's playing weird spells.
Yeah, everyone is playing in weird spells.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the issue I've been having when like theorying decks right now is there's too many cards I want to play in the side and like not enough space.
Yeah.
But I don't
Yeah,
want
I
to
think-
I don't really have space to move any of them to the main deck either. So it's like, what do I cut?
I
What do
think,
play?
like-
I have no clue.
Ash and Imperm are strong again this format. I think trading 1-for-1 is a little more powerful than it was last format.
Yeah.
Now that you don't have one card combos ending on 7 billion negates through a hand trap.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. And like now it's like with Cash, it's like without Diablosis and stuff, like an Asher and Imperm can actually just like stop their turn. Like they can Arise Heart Pass maybe.
A Rise Heart Pass is so much more manageable too. Like I have
Yeah,
no
absolutely.
issues dealing with that.
I saw a lot of Cash players talking about they might go to like back to the whole Cash control variant where they were just Arise passing with like Lance and stuff, and I was like, well, I would absolutely expect that.
If you're
I mentioned to Himmels too, the Runic variant might see some play, but he was talking about how it's like incredibly high ceiling.
The Runic Cash one.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that
Oh
deck's very
yeah,
hard to play.
I don't think
Deck is so hard to
the
play.
people that play Cash don't understand all the little intricacies, and they're just getting carried
Yeah.
by Cash cards, and they're
Yeah,
way too.
Oh, baby could play Cash
Yeah.
Tira.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we'll see
Yeah,
Cash
I'm
variants quite a
serious.
bit though. Like I think we'll see Cash as an engine in quite a few decks.
Oh yeah.
I think so too, and that's cool because I like Cash as an engine. I just
So
don't like Diablos has just ruined that deck. Like ugh, that card was so
And
gross.
that was what a lot of people talked about after the ban list. It was like, okay, so what made Cash so diverse going into the format or going into like YCS Philly is you could be facing Cash, but you have no clue what sort of line they're going for.
Yep.
Like you don't know if they're going for the half combo where it's like the Diablosis, a Rise Heart, and Stronger Era to lock 3, or if they're going for the 5 zone lock, or if they're just going a Rise Heart pass. So even when you see Cash, you have no clue like what they're going for, or like whatever. Now, when you see at least pure Cash, you know that they're probably just going for, under Rise Heart play, or if they're going second, they could probably go for some fun XYZ OTK play or something. I don't know. I haven't theoried the deck enough post ban list, but it makes it much more manageable.
Yeah, I agree.
And I do like when Konami does that, where it's like, okay, every single deck they hit on the list, I think is still playable in some regard. They just brought the power level down quite a bit to match like the other decks, and I think that's like kind of I think it's healthy for the game for the most part.
I would tend to agree.
I think the idea behind it is healthy for the game. I do prefer when we have a couple like well-defined best decks, so you're able to properly prepare for like tournaments and stuff, and not have like 20 different decks you could expect. But I think that if this is the type of moves they're gonna be making for the ban list, I think this is good.
Yeah, I agree. Well, other than that, I think we were just trying to get a little mini episode out to kind of go with the vlog that you guys are going to be seeing. I really hope you guys enjoy that because we put a lot of work into it over the weekend. Pap's putting a lot of editing effort into it, so I can expect you guys to probably be seeing that a few days after we're filming this. So it'll probably be up, I would say probably, early June. Couple days after today's June 1st, so probably in a couple days.
June 1st. Crazy.
Yeah, crazy. This year's going crazy fast.
Yeah.
But other than that, any closing thoughts, guys?
Not on my half, I think.
I'm super excited for this format. I know it's weird, but I'm super excited to play more Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just like playing the game, man.
Yeah,
I love.
And be ready to see. We're gonna be trying to pump out some like content we haven't been doing before. I think Himmels and I were talking about doing a new format video. So just probably do some more deck profiles, some more meta content. So just keep your guys' eyes peeled for that. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever we're supposed to do on YouTube. But other than that, I think we're peacing out here, boys. Say goodnight.
Buenas noches.
Good night.
Good night.